Hi there. So this video, this vacuum cleaner, sometimes I have an argument with myself as to whether or not I should feature particular vacuum cleaners on this channel. And this one, I've been arguing with myself for ages as to whether or not I should show it to you or not. I can't make up my mind if it's really bad or just sort of okay. I'm really stuck on this one. I'd be fascinated to know what you guys think. But this is what it is. And it's very heavy. It is an AEG Nimble. Probably the worst named vacuum cleaner in the entire history of vacuum cleaners. Let's check it out. Yeah, how did they have the gall to call this thing Nimble? Honestly, it boggles my mind. This is not a Nimble vacuum cleaner. Okay, whatever. It is very heavy. It is very bulky. I'll get to the point as to why they called it Nimble shortly. But yeah, let's just check it out first. Let's just have a look at this thing. It's huge. It is a really big cleaner. Now this is absolutely in the luxury end. It's branded as an AEG, but of course it's an Electrolux AEG, so it's really a luxe product. I don't know why they chose to put the AEG label on it. I think, again, maybe something to do with the fact of it being a luxury product. AEG is certainly Electrolux's higher end brand. So if they slapped Electrolux on it, maybe they wouldn't have tried to sell it for as much as they did. Now this thing would have been over £200 new, easily over £200. It is, I'm kind of struggling to sort of talk about it because there's so many things that I want to talk about on it and my brain's going, I want to talk about all this stuff, but I've got to take it in a sequential manner. So let's start off with the fact that it is a Chinese AEG luxury vacuum cleaner. It looks to have multiple cyclones as well. I can see in the cyclone unit here there are dual cyclones in there, so that's interesting. I wonder if Dyson's patent had expired by this time. I suspect it probably had done. Now this particular machine is from, I think, 2012. If we look on the serial number, so God, it's 10 years old now. That's amazing, isn't it? It's 10 years old. It's upside down, of course it is. It is so awkward, guys. It really is unbelievably awkward to manhandle. So it says on the ratings plate that it's a model A8602. And from the product number, it looks like it was from the 53rd week of 2012. That kind of makes sense. Yeah. Oh God, it's on my hand. That really hurts. Ow. There's so much weight. Now, oddly, this is quite cool. The serial number is really low. So there's a standard serial number here, and the serial number starts 1109, and that is like a standard figure for it. So all of the machines would have had 1109 written on them. Then then it goes 000410. So it's the 410th machine. Like, wow, really? Number 410? I was going to throw this out. Yeah, number 410. 1300 watts. And then here, on its bottom, it's like it's been branded. Someone's taken something hot and gone into it. Because it looks like it says APT and then graded. I can't show it to you. This wouldn't show up on the camera. I can barely see it with my eyes. But yeah, it's APT graded. And yeah, this is really odd because I can see down here as well, there's a couple of screws missing from in the chassis. And that's going to lead me on to something else very shortly. Now, I will say, underneath here, actually pretty good quality. If I swing it round and try and support it, we've got a wooden brush roll here. This is a wooden brush roll. It's not a nasty piece of plastic crap. It's actually a wooden brush roll. And we've got a metal base plate here too. So that's really good. I mean, you know, that is from a touch of luxury. There it is right there. That's where your money's gone. Wooden brush roll, metal base plate. I don't know if you can see the marking. If I move it around to the... God, this is so difficult. You may not be able to see this APT graded label, but yeah, it's right there. So let me just bring it back up. Oh, flipping heck. Now, right, look at this. Look at this. Look at this mess here. Look, that's where you wrap the cable. You've got these two stupid little arms here, and you have to wrap the cable around those two little arms. Now, I don't know if I'm missing something here. I might be missing a lower cable hook. I could be. That may just need me just going, when actually there should be a cable hook. Something is broken off at this point. Hopefully you can see that. The plastic's broken away. Not the best plastic in the world. Well, I didn't mean to do that. It's back on quick. Yeah, so I suspect actually maybe that there would have been some kind of lower cable hook here, and my one doesn't have it anymore, so I'm forced to like wrap it around here. But yeah, that's a real pain in the ass having to do that. I'm just going to remove the cable in a second because we've got some things to talk about up here. Okay, that's that card. At least the cable comes off really quickly. Let's just talk about, God, there's so many things. The all-purpose tool. Now look at this. I want you to look at this. This is Electrolux's modern take on their classic flying fanny, the combined dusting brush and all-purpose tool. So they've made this thing, which is like the modern version of it. Now this is meant to be an AP tool and a crevice tool. As you can see, there's like that is it in crevice tool mode. And then in order to use it as an AP tool, you sort of put it out like like that. But this is ridiculous, right? Every time you lift it up off the surface, if I put it down the surface, there you go, there it is in AP tool mode. La 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 la. Lift it up, it closes. So you've got to stop, undo it, put it into that shape, put it down to the next area you want to clean, and then you clean the next area, and then right, stop and just how stupid is that? I mean, come on, how stupid is that? Electrolux hit peak toolage in the 70s with their flying fanny. That is the best combination tool ever made, in my humble opinion. And then they follow it up with this piece of crap. What? Really? Oh, it's terrible. And then you just got this really nasty dusting brush. That is so cheap, guys. That is so horribly cheap. This is a £200 vacuum cleaner, and that's the dusting brush you get on it. Really poor. So, you have a releasable handle. Now, I quite like this feature. So, standard stuff. Most machines do this. Press this latch here, boom, handle comes out. Okay, yeah, quite like that actually. I think that's really good. And over and above that, you have this little switch here, just here on the base. And if you push it or pull it, you can extend the rod even further. So you've got a really decent reach there. You can get up pretty high, but smash, pretty high with that. That's really good actually. And then you can just pull it and slide it in. And also you can remove this section to do your local dusting as well. I like that. I will say, I like that. That's a nice touch. That's where the good bits end, frankly. We go downhill rapidly from this point onwards. I've got to pick it up again. Okay. Let's check out the Cyclone. Look at this. So again, standard dual Cyclone unit. At least it's not a single Cyclone. That's good. But it leaks. It leaks. I don't know if you can see that. This base is not sealed properly to the Cyclone unit. And the dust just comes out of it. It falls out of it. It's all over the table now. How rubbish is that? £200 vacuum cleaner doesn't even seal its bottom up. Really? Oh. And then you have the, hang on, I should do this. You push this in like so. That releases the top catch. Yeah, there we go. So that comes off. So that's your filter in there. Now this has had hardly any use. You can tell by it. If you look at the cleaner, there's hardly a mark on it. It has such little use in its life. But the filter's blocked. It's really, it's rubbish. And it's like one of those horrible, nasty, dense foam filters. So if I hold it up to the camera so you can see it there. So that's your filter, basically. And you do have a sealed HEPA exhaust filter under this cover here. But the Cyclone just lets everything through. It is really poor. Really, really poor. So, oh God, I've got to get this back in now. And I was using it the other day, because this is where I was umming and ahhing, do I put it on the channel or not? And I was thinking to myself, is this thing blocked up? I genuinely thought it was blocked up. I don't even know how to get this back in now. How did this come apart? Oh God, this is horrible. Hang on a minute. Let me get this in. I think that's right. Oh, I don't know, maybe. Yeah, and I thought to myself, God, it's blocked, but it's not. It's the filter. The filter's rubbish. The Cyclone just lets all the dust through, and yeah, filter blocks up. Ah, brilliant. Dyson really did not have anything to worry about. So that you've got to get that in like right, and then this sprung handle. So that sprung handle basically means you can't run the machine without the filter in, because it would stop you from putting this section back on. So that sprung handle goes against. Oh, there's a roller there as well. That's quite a nice touch. There's a roller that's going to break. But yeah, that goes on like that, and then it rolls on the filter, and then it kind of just like clips down like that. So there you go. That's the Cyclone. Poor, very poor, I would say. 200 quid. Cyclone doesn't seal. Filter blocks up. Brilliant. And also, hopefully you can see it. Can you see this? Yeah, you can just about see that on the camera. There's a seal that sits around this opening. So that's where the air goes through. That joins to the motor. So your post-Cyclone air is going down there. If you turn the machine on without the Cyclone fitted, it sucks the seal in to that channel. And you've got it, and I was like, oh my God, I grabbed it. I actually had to grab it and hold it and then turn the cleaner off because it was going to suck in the seal down into the motor. Oh, £200. Over £200. Yeah, see, it just spilt more dust out then. Look. Rubbish. So, I now have to come on to probably the most interesting fact about this cleaner. And it's pretty unique to the AEG Nimble. Now, I didn't know this, but my dear friend Richie turned up the other day. He was passing through, and he popped in for a cup of tea and a chat. And he saw that I had this in my front room. It's been in there for weeks because I haven't worked out what I was going to do with it. And he said, "Oh, that's interesting. You've got a AEG Nimble." I said, "Yes." He said, "Oh." I said, "I know." He said, He said, "Do you know what the thing about those is?" I said, "No, I didn't." He said, "Don't you?" I said, "No." He said, "Well, they were built to be non-repairable." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Honestly," I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "These machines are not screwed together during the manufacturing process. All of this upper section here is held together by a series of clips that run down the side, all down the side here, all around this unit." Now, as I did mention earlier, there were a couple of screws in the chassis, but they are missing on this one. And I have the theory that the chassis is also clipped, just a couple of screws for a bit of strength. So I said to him, well, what does that mean then, if the machine is all clipped in place? He said, well, you can't repair them. I said, what do you mean? He said, no, you can't repair them. I said, you can't repair these machines. No, he said, because you can't get into them. That's the key to it. You cannot, well, you could get into them, but you'll break every single clip by doing that. So you'll end up with some bits of plastic with broken clips that won't go back together again. And Richie said that, because he used to work in a electrical repair shop, he said that when these machines came in under warranty, they did not attempt to repair them. Electrolux would take them back and send the customer a new Nimble. Now let's just think about that for a second. They were never repaired. When they went wrong, they were never repaired. So what did they do with all the broken under warranty Nimbles? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. And even for simple things like the flex comes in, here it is here, it comes into the top body up here. And there is no way of accessing that termination of the flex. You can't get to it. There's no panel, there's no screws, there's nothing. You cannot even change the flex on this cleaner. I honestly find that mind-blowing, guys. I genuinely do. They built this machine, they designed it from the ground up to not be repaired. Now that means that actually this is going to be a very, very rare vacuum cleaner. One day in 10, 15 years time, finding a working Nimble is going to be very difficult because you can't repair them. If they go wrong, if anything goes wrong on them, they go in the bin. That's it. They go in the bin because they are end of life. Isn't that terrible? Do you agree that you find that really bad? £200 this would have cost the original purchaser. And it would have come with, well, I suppose, a maximum of a 2-year warranty. There's nothing on it about warranty, is there? I don't think so. No, it doesn't say anything about extended warranty. So it would have been, well, do you know what? It could have even been a 1-year warranty. A 1-year warranty on an unrepairable vacuum cleaner. Fascinating, fascinating. So there we go. What do you think of that? I'd really like to hear your opinions on the fact that you cannot repair this vacuum cleaner. I find that absolutely shocking. Now, we'll take it into the lounge now and we'll give it a run. I will say, in the machine's defense, it's actually quite nice to use. I'd like using it because I'm quite tall, and having a tall upright machine it's quite nice to use. I really like the brush roll. The brush roll sweeps really well. The suction airflow is not fantastic, as we've already covered. But it does have, I think I should show you this. This is the reason why it's called the Nimble, right? Just, oh God, will this come down? Oh, you push it down like that, all right. So that comes down, and then you've got this massive articulating joint. Look at that. Look at that. That is really quite something. So this machine is basically if a Dyson and a Miele upright had a child. If they mated and had a child, they would have produced the AEG Nimble. Because this is all Dyson, this is Miele. Oh God, it's so heavy. It's honestly, I can't get across to you enough how heavy that damn thing is. Yeah, so it's the bastard child of a Dyson and a Miele. with neither of those machines positive features. It's like they took the worst elements of each of them, smashed them together, and made this. Brilliant. I will just point out, before we go and give it a run, the suction motor is a bit whiny on it. The bearings are starting to whine. It's not horrific, but you'll certainly hear it when it's in use. And of course, I can't do anything about it, because I can't bloody get into it, can I? Because if I try, I'll break it, and then it's going to go straight in the bin. So this will probably be this machine's last ever use. It will go up into the attic, it will be put away, and maybe in 15 years' time, it'll be worth some money. Who knows? I can hope. So yeah, let's go and do that now. I will say the au revoirs now. Thank you ever so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed looking at this particular machine. And do let me know if you've got one of these in your collection. I think there were two models, just quickly. There was this one, which is the grey and silver, and then I think there was another one that was like a burgundy colour, like a maroon burgundy colour. And I'm not sure if that was branded AEG or not. I can't remember. But yeah, do let me know any comments you've got about this machine. Comment them down there, because I would really like to hear them. You guys take care. I'll see you soon. Let's go and check this machine out. Bye. Okay, here we go, using the AEG Nimble. Oh, God help us. There is something I just want to show you here. Hopefully you can see that. You see the panel there? Hopefully you can see that it's actually got lights on it, which is quite cool. I like that. So the power switch has got a blue neon next to it. So you press that, obviously the machine comes on. And you see that, hear the whine from the motor? And then you can select if you're doing carpets or hard floors. So that turns the brush roll on and off. It's quite nice having that panel like that, because you can see instantly, oh, it's so heavy, what you're doing. Anyway, let's stop chattering about it and give it a go, shall we? Just make sure that's lined up. Okay, right. Let's give this a try, shall we? Let's turn it on and do some vacuuming.